Hello everyone. Today we will be looking at the max sum subarray of size k problem. So let's see what the problem in itself, in its name, is actually saying. So we have to find, we have been given an array. We have to find a subarray that has the maximum sum, and the condition is that the subarray, the size of the subarray should only be k. Okay. So for example, take this example right now. 2, 3, 4. This is a given array we have. So two subarrays of size k that can be made here are, just a second, yeah, 1, 2, 3. This is the first one, and 2, 3, 4, because subarrays have to be contiguous. Okay, so these are the two subarrays, and from this we can see that 3 plus 2 plus 1 equals to 6, and this is equals to 9. So this is the maximum number. So we have to return this particular number, that is the subarray that has the maximum sum in it. So we will be using this particular array in the question, and k equals to 3. We have to use only 3 elements in a subarray. K can depend according to the question. It can also be 5, 4, etc. anything. The array and k would be given to you in the question. N is the length of the array. So when we will be following the two techniques here, that is the sliding window technique and the two pointers technique. So we will first initialize the pointer L equals to 0. That will L will be here first from the beginning, and R equals to k minus 1. So k right now is 3, so R would be equal to 2. Okay, so so if this is the 0th index, this is the first index, this is the second index, so R would be here. So this is the first window that we have for the sliding window, minus 1, 2 and 3. Similarly, when the next iteration starts, the second window would be 2, 3, 3, then again 3, 3, 4, then 3, 4, 5, then 4, 5, 1. Then the loop will stop here. Okay, so after the complete array has been reached, after that we will initialize another variable, that is sum equals to 0. That will store the sum that is going on in the array in that particular iteration. And for the beginning, we will keep some value in this, and we will insert that using a for loop that will go from I equals to 0 till I less than k, I plus plus. Yeah, so sum plus equals array I. Okay, so now this will, for the first iteration, this would be minus 1 plus 2 plus 3, that is 4. Right now sum is equals to 4. We will also initialize another variable, that is max sum, that after every iteration it will store that which is the max sum, the previous one or the current one. It will be storing the maximum sum. So currently it is set to only sum, because that is only what we know right now. So now the main part of the algorithm comes, that is the starting of the while loop. So the while loop condition goes like r less than n minus 1. Okay, so as you can see here that L is here and R is here. So our condition says that when R reaches the point where it is equal to n minus 1, that n minus 1 is this particular one. Okay, when R reaches here, we don't have to execute that part. So R should only go till here, because later in this while loop we see that we also do L plus plus, that is increment L, and we also increment R. So only so if R goes till here, then if we increment R, the next element is nothing, so it wouldn't print anything, it would be an error. So we only go for the loop till this here, and R plus plus checks for this one. Okay, so we will set the sum variable in the while loop like this: sum equals to sum minus array L. Yeah, so here what we are doing is that we are sliding the window. We have started to slide the window. So we have first subtracted the value of array element L, this element, from the current window. So the current window after this only has 2 and 3, that is 2 plus 3 equals to 5. So we have removed that part, and we have incremented L. Okay, and then we have also incremented R. Okay, so this is the part of the sliding window. So L now comes here in this point, and R comes here. So now you can see L, this is the new sliding window, 2, 3, 3. Okay, now to insert the sum, now to update the sum with this new sliding window, we have to do sum equals to sum plus array r, because array L was the previous element that we had to remove, and array R is the new element that has come now. This is the new element, this 3. So we have inserted it in the sum variable. Now after that we can just close the while loop. No, sorry, we can't. So inside the while loop we have to initialize, we have to update the value of the max sum variable. That can be done using the max function in every programming language, and we check that is the current sum greater or the previous max sum, and max sum would be set to that. Now we can close the while loop, and in the end we can just print max sum, because that is the final thing that we have to return. So this is basically done in O(n) time complexity, because you can see that two loops are used here, one for loop and one while loop, but they are not nested, they are separate. So only O(n) time complexity takes place here. Now I will be showing you the code of this problem. Yeah, so my name is Tej, and let's look at the code for this question. We have been given an array, this array, and k equals to 3. This has been given in the question, and n is the length of the array. Okay, so now as we discussed in the pseudocode, let's initialize the two pointers, that is L equals to 0 and R equals to k minus 1. So right now k minus 1, that would be 3 minus 1, that is 2. We will also initialize the sum variable that will store all the sum that keep on going in every iteration. And we will currently fix it as the sum of the first three elements. Yeah, so sum right now has minus 1 plus 2 plus 3, that is 4. We will also initialize the max sum variable that will be set to sum, because that is the only sum that we know right now. So that would be the max sum right now. We will now start the while loop with the infamous condition, that is r less than n minus 1. Inside the while loop, we will modify the value of sum in the beginning and set it to sum minus array L. So we have removed this particular element for the first iteration. We have removed this particular element from the sum variable. So right now sum only has 2 plus 3 equals to 5. So now we will increment the value, the pointer L and also the pointer R. So L goes from this pointer to this pointer and R goes from this pointer to this pointer. Now we will again modify the value of uh, sum variable and set it to sum plus array element R, because that is the new element that we have added. So, and after that we will check that for the max sum. In Java, we use the max function like this. So is max sum greater or the current sum greater? That would be set to max sum. So after that, in the end, we can just print the max sum variable like this. Yeah. So if I run this code now, we get 12 as the output. Yeah. So yeah, we can see here that this particular subarray has a sum of 12, and you can see that no other subarray has a sum greater than 12. So this is the max subarray, that 3 plus 4 plus 5 equals to 12. So this was the solution for the max sum subarray of size k problem, which solves the problem in O(n) time complexity. So thank you so much for watching.